Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the High Tech Redneck. Today we're gonna have Motorcycle Monday, I guess. So the VTX behind me here, that's got to get its brakes put on it. It's got to get its tires changed. So we're gonna get that done today. That'll probably be it for this video, but nonetheless, we picked up another bike. It needs tires, needs fluid change, etc., etc. So these two bikes will be two separate videos, but today we're going to focus on the VTX. So before we get into doing that, we got to go out and take care of all the critters. So follow me. Alright guys, now that we're all done taking care of the critters, we're back in the garage as you can see, and we're going to get started with obviously cleaning out some of the garage so we have some room to work. So let me get this area opened up and we'll get started. We're gonna call it Motorcycle Monday. Got to get this bike finished out the door. We got another bike outside waiting to come in, get tires changed. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna show you real quick on how to take your forks off, and then I'll put them over here on the bench and I'll show you how to take them apart. I'm not going to go through every step because I've already taken them off and put them back on and I didn't get any footage for it, so I'm just going to make it as quick as I possibly can. Nonetheless, you can see here I've already got the front wheel off from the bike. Pretty self-explanatory, but I will go over and show you the tools that are required to do a job like this. So when your wheel is on, obviously you're gonna have an axle that runs through here, and it looks just like this. Bolt on this end, and then a nut style on this end. Now they make a special tool for the end of this, and let me see if I can find it. Every drawer. So anyhow, it looks like this. Fortunately, I don't have the right size. It's like a 16 or a 15 mil, and the smallest that this goes is 17. Flip it over so you can actually see it. This one is by Motion Pro. If you do any kind of work on bikes, or if you're just trying to maintain your own motorcycle, dirt bike, what have you, this thing right here is awesome to have. But I'd buy a couple different variants, you know, in different sizes so you don't get messed up like me. But if you don't have that tool, it's not always the end of the world, because this goes in here like so, and your fork pinches here. So what you'd want to do in order to get your bolt out is loosen this side, get your bolt out. So yeah, once you get your bolt out, then you can loosen your clamp on this side. And like I was saying, I've already taken the axle out. I've already had all of this completely apart, so doing this again just for the video. Axle, self-explanatory, goes in here. You're gonna pull it out. If you don't have the extractor for this, get yourself a big Allen wrench, and let me go grab one of them so I can demonstrate exactly what you're going to want to do. You're going to take this bad boy. Now mind you, this one doesn't fit exactly. We're not trying to put a lot of pressure on this. I'm just trying to work it back and forth, and pull on it and extract the axle. This 5 mil to get these brackets off. Real basic tools you need, nothing real special. Like I said, Allen's in metric and standard would be handy. But as far as these Japanese bikes go, you'll be fine with metric. And if you're looking to get into working on bikes, start just buying both metric and standard, because you'll use them. Okay, now the tops you don't have to worry about so much. What do we got going on here? Yeah, okay. The top bolts we're not going to worry about, because this will all just come off in one unit. But once you got these 4 removed, and it doesn't have to be done in any particular order, but get your bolts out, and we'll go on to this clamp here that holds your brake line on. That side off. Oh, this side off. Double check your work, make sure all your bolts are out, and then slide your front fender out as one unit. Excuse me. Now, what we're gonna want to do is turn our triple tree a little bit. Now at this point we'll worry about one side at a time. Got our top clamp loosened. Now for our bottom. You don't have to go crazy with them, just loosen them up and give them a little twist. Granted, if the bike's been taken care of well enough, you don't have to worry about too much corrosion and junk stopping you, you know. So yeah, there's our fork tube, one of them out. I'll set this one on the bench, get the other one off. Why I would leave my lens there is beyond me. bottom, top one. Okay, fork tube number 2. Got our top clamp loosened. Now for our bottom. You don't have to go crazy with them. Just loosen them up. Give them a little twist. Granted, if the bike's been taken care of well enough, you don't have to worry about too much corrosion and junk stopping you, you know? So, yeah, there's our fork tube, one of them out. I'll set this one on the bench, get the other one off. Why I would leave my lens. Alright, so now that we got this over here on the bench and we got our cap off, you can come down this end. You don't want to start hammering on it just yet. You can take a screwdriver, you're going to fit it in between this seal and the fork, and you're going to pry that apart, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this fork like so. Let me see if I can get this shot for you guys. Okay, so we're going to take this seal up here and get it out of our way, and what'll be underneath that, oh yeah, there you go, the key. This clip, will be underneath this seal and over top of the inner seal. You're going to take a screwdriver and you can see it's got notches in it. Here, get your screwdriver in them notches, this ring pops right out. Then once you got that ring out, you're gonna, like so, we're gonna slide hammer this off of here, okay? Then you're gonna you'll replace your seal. You'll put your washer back on, and you're doing this whole outside tube is off of here. So you're sliding these items on, you get your washer on there, and then before you after you get your seal and everything on, which you're gonna tape, there's a ridge that one of these cups sits in. It's this larger one, and you'll tape that so the seal slides clean over. And I found that electrical tape works the best. So once you got your seal on, your washer on, you'll take your screwdriver, spread open the new fork seal rings that they give you, spread those apart gently, slide them on, and I'm probably not going to be able to get this damn thing to focus good enough for you guys. But anyhow, in this cut, from sticking a screwdriver in there, you might end up with a burr or two. What you're going to do is take a file and knock them burrs down. Okay. Then once you got this all together, you're going to slide your fork tube, your outer, right clean over them. You be gentle. Don't go rammy jammy. Should be able to twist it a little bit and everything will slide right together beautifully. Nothing special about what is needed for these tools. So now you got everything all together. You're going to collapse your fork down and get everything sitting somewhat where you want it. Now, in order to get your inner seal seated in here properly, they make a special tool. And again, I don't have said special tool, so what I found on YouTube to do is take PVC at whatever diameter that you need, and you cut it down lengthwise down the center, so you got two halves, make them about 4 inches, and you slide that over and you use a hose clamp it all down, and then you tap on top of your PVC, get your seal back in, your snap ring, you put that back and reinstall that so it sits where it belongs, and then you can go ahead and do the outer seal right here. Easy peasy. Literally, you can smack it in like that. Perfect. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell. Nothing too crazy about it. The biggest thing you have to worry about is just being gentle to the seal when you're sliding it back on, that there's no hard edges, no sharp edges to damage the new seal. And put it all back together. Don't have to go crazy with that. And you'll slide your tube back up to your cap. And your fork's back together. Again, if you guys want a more in-depth review, or not review, but an in-depth video of how to disassemble and rebuild your forks, drop it down in the comments below. I'll make sure that we get a video out on it. Like I said, I have a fork job for a YZF 1000. It's a snot rocket. Nonetheless, he needs new fork seals put in, and I'll make sure to do a video for y'all if that's something you're interested in. Now that we're done with these, we're going to go ahead and get them put back on the bike. Let's get started. Put the fork back in. Real easy. One, two. Now there's stickers on the inside of these outer forks, or outer fork too. You want to put them in. I wasn't paying attention to this side, so I just did. And make sure you adjust your fork properly in as close as you possibly can. Otherwise you'll have to put your axle back in. You don't want that. And your track down the road funny, there'll be all sorts of problems. So make sure that they're aligned properly. Okay. I got those on. We can go ahead and reinstall the fender. Okay. Just like so. Okay, you're gonna have, see if I can't get this to work out. Anyhow, you got 4 short bolts and you got 4 long bolts. 2 of them I'm already using the short bolts for. But the longer ones are for your blinkers, the shorter ones are for your fender. Okay, I'll show you. Yeah, so you can see there, kinda. One's longer than the other. The short ones you use for your fender, long ones you use for your blinkers. Now with your blinkers, there's a little tab that sits off the side there, and that just gives you the perfect distance so your blinkers aren't higher than the other one. Wrong side. That's pretty good. I'm just going to hold it in for that before. There's that. No. Okay. Okay, that's everything fine. As far as that goes, like I said, I'm still waiting for the front brake pads for this bike. So this afternoon, and it goes on. Alright guys, well thanks for sticking around with me this long. I know today wasn't the most exciting video, or interesting for that matter, but hopefully this will help somebody out, and if it wasn't enough to get you along, don't be afraid to drop a comment below, email me, whatever you have to do, get a hold of me and I'll try my best to help you out through your project. So again, thanks for sticking around, and see you on the next one.